Hey there, everyone. Okay, so tonight I'm hoping, hold on, I'm at home right now. I'm not in the car. I know that's probably shocking a few of you. Okay, I'm home, not in the car, but gonna be leaving shortly. All right, there has been so much Zillow chatter, a ton. So what I wanted to do is answer some questions that we've been getting off and on, honestly, for the past few weeks, because folks that are paying attention to news and social media, you're getting a lot of noise. So please note, here's my disclaimer. I am one realtor who does use Zillow. We get a ton of leads from them. We have a very large team. So I want you to understand that this is my opinion, okay? Opinion. I've been doing this for roughly 20 years, and I've seen the market in all kinds of different situations, and we've been through a ton of different lead sources. So I just want you to know it is strictly my opinion, okay? Not going to go to jail or get in trouble for this. So the very first part of this whole Zillow thing, I've had to write it down because there's been so many questions and comments made. What has Zillow been doing? I don't want to keep you guys all night long because we really could. I could probably make this an hour conversation. But let's just start. And those of you that are on here, I see a few of you. Can you make sure you tell me that you can hear me? You know I struggle with this. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you can hear me. So the question that I got was, the first one was regarding what have they been doing? Okay, let's step back prior to COVID, back in about 2018, 2019. Hey, Tiffany, can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can. So what they did was they started buying properties and helping sellers get out of those to go buy something else. When they did that, if you noticed, they would buy multiple properties in an area, right? They're not going in and just buying one little property in the zip code 30253. They're buying multiple properties. And what they were able to do is they were able to control the price. So if they bought the first house at 175, the second house at 185, the next house at 200, the next house at 225, and then when it's time to sell them, they have now moved the price up. Make sense? I think pretty simple. So when they go to sell, they're going to sell higher. They've got the comps. They're buying in cash. And so they basically have been controlling the price in the markets that they're buying in. So to me, that's the easier part to understand. Let me also remind you that they have many investors, okay? And they've got deep pocket investors. So the recent news, Zillow is going to lose $500 million or whatever the newest, most common number is. So when you say that Zillow is, or when they say Zillow is going to lose over $500 million, I want you to think about this because some of this is a little bit of common sense, but I find that our society decides to use Facebook and social media to get their education on these things. And honestly, even the news these days, whatever, right? They're giving you one side of the story. But let's think about it. First, Zillow has all those deep pocket investors, right? Do you really think they're going to lose money? Like, really? Really? $500 million, they're just going to lose it? I mean, no. So let's think about all the businesses that they've started and that they own and that they make money off of. And then think of how they run the consumer through their systems, right? First, let's just start with buyers, where they started. Tons of agents used to support Zillow. Some great people helped build Zillow. They were coming in as a support for agents, right? We're going to help you get your leads. We're going to help, grow your business. So they'd take those buyers and they would basically sell that business back to us. Yes, we all crazy agents did that, right? We gave them money to give us leads back because we realized that technology is how most of the buyers were finding their real estate agents. So that's where they were making money, from the real estate agent. And then they decided, hey, we'll start A mortgage company. Guess what, buyer? If you use our mortgage company, we'll give you a discount. Okay? They're making money off the agent, and now they're making money off of the buyer using their mortgage company. Okay? Lots of money to be made in that mortgage company business. So then what do they start doing? They start buying houses, right? So now they're helping control the price, going into communities, buying homes, buying multiple homes, driving the price up, and then selling them. Okay? So let's focus just on that selling portion, because this is where they say they're losing money. Let's think. Okay. If they buy a house for $300,000, but the seller had to pay $20,000 in fees, that means they technically bought the home for $280,000. Now they sell the house for $290,000. On the books, it looks like they had a loss of $10,000. They didn't. They had a net increase, net gain of $10,000, right? So that's part of the reason I don't believe the whole loss. I think it's a paper thing. We take a loss here, tax write-off here, we making money here. So just really be wise when you're thinking about this kind of stuff. Okay, so they made the money off the real estate agents. They made the money off the buyer going through their mortgage company. Now they're making the money off of these sellers because the sellers are paying a fee. And then most of the homes that they sold, they were making a little money even when they showed the positive gain and not the loss. And then they have mining, like data mining, right? So now they also have software and computer programs that help generate information. So when you want to say Zillow is losing money, I would think twice. Zillow is not losing money. Think of Google, right? Google has so many companies that they own, and most of those companies are not making a dime, but Google is perfectly fine. Google is making money. So switch it when you're thinking about Zillow losing money. They're not losing money. What I would caution you on is, what are they doing, right? If they're telling us that they're losing money and they're putting it out there all big and proud, which is what it seems like, what are they actually doing? That's what I want to know. That's what I'm thinking about. Okay, they've got you distracted. We're over here thinking about, oh, they're losing $500 million. Oh my gosh, what's going to happen to the market? There's a game and they're playing it. We just don't know what it is, right? We are not privy to that information. But pay attention. Don't get messed up in the chatter. So that was, first one was, what has Zillow been doing? What is this recent news about Zillow? Now the next one, how will this affect buyers and sellers? I have been an agent that uses Zillow for 5 or 6 years now. I always tell my buyers, don't use Zillow. You're not getting accurate data anyways. Who wants a major company representing you in one of the biggest and most important transactions of your life? And for those of you that are multi-billionaires, fine, you too. Why would you trust just some big business to buy your house? Why would you ever think that they're going to buy it at fair market value and that you're actually coming out ahead? Why would you trust them to sell your property, right? There's so many things that I've been saying and just want to smack people about. You should never have trusted them in the beginning, right? We as an agent, we utilize them because of consumers. Consumers don't try to make the relationship anymore. Consumers go to the internet, go to their little apps, and Zillow is the easiest thing to use, right? Build your relationship with a local agent, know that local agent, know that they're there to protect you and look out for your best interest. So how it's affecting buyers and sellers? I mean, it's the same. You're getting bad information and you continue to use them. So stop is the short of it. But sorry, I just went on a major tangent, so I'm gonna stop. But sellers, don't use them, right? Do not. So this is how it's affecting you. Do not use them. They've canceled contracts left and right. We have buyers that are under contract with new construction where Zillow has pulled the contract from them and said, we're no longer buying your house. Some of those consumers or our clients are now they're at risk of losing their earnest money if we can't get their home sold in time. It's just putting people in a very bad situation. Buyers, you want to use the app, because it's easy, cool. Don't trust the information. Talk to an actual professional, an actual human that lives in the area that can give you honest information, not computer generated. I love AI. I love computers. I also hate them, but in general, right? They serve us well and they do a lot of good things for us. They will never replace the personal relationship that you need to have, especially on something that should be and is most likely the biggest investment you'll ever make. Can you tell I'm fired up? Okay, next. How does this affect agents? Right now, I don't think it really affects us too much. What's actually going to affect us more is Zillow is now a brokerage. So they are now what I am, a broker, and then they have agents under them. So agents will be affected in the sense of Zillow will try to control that more, and they will push those leads to their agents. So as a broker, right, I have fees. Agents then also pay me. They have a fee to me and to the company. Zillow is just going to have another way to make money. All right, so that's probably the biggest thing that will impact us is the consumers that will use their agents. Gosh, we're over. I'm so sorry. So I'm just going to keep going because I got one more. The next question from, one more thing, two more things. The one on how does this affect me? The one thing that I am interested to see what happens is with Zillow having to put all those homes on the market and possibly take a loss on those properties, we may actually see the normal homeowners like you and me, if a lot of those homes sell cheaper in your neighborhood because Zillow is taking that quote unquote loss, it could drive the prices down a little. I don't think anything major is going to happen, but we might have an influx of listings, which may give more opportunity to some buyers out there. So I think that's a good news for buyers. However, most of the homes that I've shown that are Zillow, they need some work. They need some TLC because their construction crew is far behind of what needs to be taken care of in these homes. Same with some of those other iBuyer type programs. Okay. Last thing, and we will wrap up. Why should I care? Was one of my actual buyers' comments. Like, why do I care? Like, what do I care about Zillow? What are they doing? You should care. You should actually care. All of us should care a lot more than what we do about what's going on in the real estate market. It drives a ton of business and community investments, and it affects the entire community. When you see, like back in 2007-8, that devastated so many like arenas, right? It wasn't just real estate, it was everything. So we need to care and we need to protect our industry. One, me as a realtor professional, I need to protect my career and all of our agents' careers. But as a buyer and a seller, stop thinking the grass is greener on the other side and that all you need is someone to open a door for you. Because if that's what your agent is doing, you have a bad agent. Because we should be advising you, guiding you, helping you. I can honestly tell you, I've never bought a piece of property and had a loss on it, right? So why are you going to trust a big business to represent you in anything that is supposedly losing $500 million? Okay, so I'm pretty fired up about this whole thing. So as much as I utilize Zillow in my career for my team, that's my dog, I'm sorry, for my team and my agents and everyone, it is to get the consumer that's not educating themselves locally on a market and finding a good agent. So for anyone watching, if you're not an agent and you're a buyer or a friend of ours on the Shannon Sales team, pass this on and tell your friends and family to stop and contact us. Obviously, if they're in Henry County, Clayton County, well, Georgia, but to contact a real estate professional. Stop looking for an easy way out. Even if you don't want to ever have a single showing on your house and you want to list it, contact a real estate professional. We can buy your house too. but at least we're going to give you honest opinions. We're not going to come in and lowball you. We're going to tell you, here's what we can get on the public market. This is what I'll give you. If you want an easy way out, you're going to make less. I'll be more than happy to help you with that. All right, so I'm done being fired up. I hope you all have a great dinner. That's what I'm going to go do. And thank you for watching. Bye.